Now we know that the sequences that are repeated within the genome, they cause problem in assembling the large genomes. The overall strategy to sequence the genome is we clone the large fragments of genome into a BAC, and BAC stand for the bacterial artificial chromosomes. So these are specially designed vectors in which the large size of the fragment can be ligated, and the size of the fragment is around 150,000 base pairs. So for the human genome that has a size of 3 billion base pairs, we need at least 30,000 BACs. That means that the 30,000 fragments size of 150,000 base pair, they are ligated with the BACs. And these fragments, they overlap with each other. So for sequencing, we use each of the BACs that is now can be considered as a mini genome, and that is sequenced one by one. And this BAC to BAC strategy is helpful also, and it simplifies the computational assembly problem in the way that the repeating units that are repeating fragments that are present in the human genome, that are reduced by 30,000 times, because we have used the 30,000 BACs to sequence the human genome. So this BAC to BAC problem strategy, that is known as the whole genome sequencing strategy, is also adopted in the sequencing of other organisms such as the mice and rat. And this strategy proves to be very successful in sequencing the large animals. So this strategy was advocated by the two scientists named as the James Webber and Jean Mayers. So one of the scientists, Jean Mayer, it worked in the Celera biotechnology company that announced the first human draft in 2001. So Mayer worked on the fragment assembly problem, and both of these scientists, Webber and Mayer, they advocated and they suggested that the read size should be increased from 500 to much larger in order to overcome the problem of these repeated units. So if we consider that the length of the gene we want to sequence is L, so we can increase the read sequence to a much higher value, and they suggested that the sequence that is used for the sequencing, the both ends of that fragment should be sequenced. And this strategy leads to the new technique known as the mates strategy, the sequencing mate strategy, in which the both sequence they are sequenced and then they are used as a pair to read the sequences. And the reads that are produced after sequencing of both the ends, they are called as mates, and they are have a distance of L that is much larger than the sequences that are present within the human genome sequence. So the advantage of this sequencing at the both ends and producing the mates is that it is very rare chances that the both of the sequence they will fall within the repeated units and fragments in the human genome. So most fragment assembly algorithms consist of the following three steps. First is the overlap step, in which we find the potentially overlapping reads. Second is the layout, in which we find the order of the reads along the DNA. And third is the consensus, deriving the DNA sequence from the layout. The overlap problem is to find the best match between the suffix of one read and the prefix of the another. For example, we see that this is the one read, this is the second read, third read, fourth read. So we find that this is the suffix and this is the prefix of the second one, and suffix of the first one, they overlap with each other. Similarly, this is the suffix of the second one, and this is a prefix, so they overlap with each other, and so on. So by using this strategy, we can sequence the whole fragments into a one single genome. So finding the longest suffix of one string that exactly matches the prefix of the another string is basically the theme of this sequencing strategy. However, the sequencing errors force any of the scientists to use a variable of the dynamic programming algorithm for sequencing alignment. Since errors are ranging from 1% to 3%, the common practice is to filter out pairs of fragments that do not share a significantly long common substring. And the idea was that we can combine these fragments and get the whole genome. So constructing the layout is the hardest step in the fragment assembly. The difficulty is in deciding whether two fragments really overlap, that is, their differences are caused by sequencing error or actually come from two different copies of a repeat. So repeat represents a major challenge for whole genome shotgun sequencing and make a layout problem very difficult. So we have to consider whether these overlapping, if they are overlapping here, and if they are not overlapping and there is some differences, so we cannot say with surety that these overlapping and the differences are due to the errors in the sequencing strategy, or it is the fragment of some other part of the genome. So the final consensus step of fragment assembly amounts to corresponding errors in sequence reads. The simplest way to build a consensus is to report the most frequent characters in the layout constructed in the layout steps. So this assumes that each position in the genome was represented by a sufficiently large number of reads to ensure the experimental errors are reduced to minor noise.